Experience the bustling commuter services between Scotland's two largest cities and master the mainline, as you immerse yourself in Rivet Games' brand new route, ScotRail Express, Edinburgh, Glasgow. Coming to TridentZ World 3 on January 26th and available to pre-order on Steam now for 10% off. With the exciting new route, ScotRail Express, Edinburgh, Glasgow, arriving on TridentZ World 3 next Thursday, January 26th, much of the excitement has been focused on the sleek-looking ScotRail BR Class 385 EMU. However, this striking commuter unit isn't the only highlight you have to look forward to. Traveling on Scotland's very first intercity railway, the line connects Glasgow Queen Street Station and Edinburgh Waverley Station. Opening over 180 years ago, the line is crammed full of railway history, featuring some of the most impressive railway architecture in the UK and travelling past some of Scotland's most iconic landmarks. We thought we would take a look at some of the highlights of the route and show you what you have to look forward to as you master the main line. Glasgow Queen Street. Your journey begins at Glasgow Queen Street Station. Although this is Glasgow's second largest railway terminal, it is by no means small. Perfectly situated in Glasgow's busy city centre, the two-level station has ease of access to the city's shopping district and historic subway network. The original station was built in 1842 by the Edinburgh and Glasgow Railway and has undergone various major modifications and improvements throughout the years. Its most prolific is the installment of the impressive curved glass roof. Unlike much of the railway network in the United Kingdom, Glasgow Queen Street Station, and the rest of the Edinburgh to Glasgow via Falkirk line was only electrified in more recent years. The upper platforms of the station, and the rest of the line, received overhead electrified lines in 2017. Services began in 2017 of that year, with a BR Class 385 EMU that features in ScotRail Express, Edinburgh, Glasgow joining the fleet in the August of the following year. Falkirk High. As we reach the halfway point of this winding route, we arrive at Falkirk High Station. With its close proximity to Edinburgh and Glasgow, the town and station are popular with commuters and tourists alike. A modest and modern station building greets passengers upon arrival, with many of these passengers heading to some of Scotland's most iconic tourist attractions, which are situated in the town. The town is home to the famous Kelpies, two 30-meter-high horse-head sculptures depicting Kelpies. These shining silver beauties draw people from afar. Falkirk is also known for the ingenious piece of maritime engineering known as the Falkirk Wheel. This frankly outlandish creation attracts transport and engineering fans keen to see a narrow boat flying through the air. Edinburgh Park. Arriving on the outskirts of the city, the first station you arrive at is Edinburgh Park, opened in 2003. This relatively new addition to the established route was built to serve the Edinburgh Park Business Park and the Hermiston Gate Shopping Centre. In addition to its angular, grey, covered footbridge, its unique feature are the additional transport services that alight here. Edinburgh trams have adjacent platforms to the railway, offering services across the city, and to and from the city centre and Edinburgh Airport. In a first for TridentZ World, Rivet Games have included AI services for these trams, populating the station in a realistic way and enhancing your immersive experience. Edinburgh Waverley. Known more commonly to British railway rail fans simply as Waverley, this bastion of Scottish railway history is located in the very centre of the city of Edinburgh, neatly placed in a steep valley in the shadow of the imposing Edinburgh Castle. When arriving on trains from Glasgow, not only do you get your first glimpse of this vast station, and the famous 11th century castle, but you are overlooked by the new Balmoral Hotel. An impressive rest for many a traveller to get some sleep before heading towards the Highlands. Throughout the station's history, it has been the terminus for numerous world-famous railway expresses, such as the Flying Scotsman, not to be mistaken with the locomotive of the same name, and the Caledonian Sleeper. It was even the finish line for the East Coast route of the race to the north. In more modern times, Waverley looks somewhat different to its first inclination. Thankfully, it has retained many of its classic features that attract rail fans to the station. The installation of extensive overhead power lines ensured modern electric trains from across Scotland, and further afield, could alight there, and following a full replacement of the dated 34,000 meters squared, 370,000 square feet, glass station canopy, the station is now bathed in delightful natural light thanks to the new strengthened clear glass panels. How can I explore this route from the cab? Of course, you want to know exactly how you can immerse yourself into the busy timetable of Rivet Games Train Sim World 3, ScotRail Express, Edinburgh, Glasgow. The route will feature the following services for you to get stuck into and master the mainline in your own way. There are 221 player services and 143 AI services for the branch class 385. There are 2 player services and 2 AI services for the branch class 314, Cathcart Circle Line required. There are 1 player service and 2 AI services for the class 66 from the railhead treatment train. There are 78 AI services for the city tram. ScotRail Express, Edinburgh, Glasgow by Rivet Games arrives on Train Sim World 3 on January 26 for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store, and Steam. This concludes this news video for Train Sim World 3. If you like this kind of content, then consider giving this video a like and subscribe, as well as hit that bell for notifications as well, so you don't miss out. There are links below the video so you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and as well as join my Discord server.